Going live. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about this. We weren't going to do a show today, but whatever. Okay, I think I'm live on YouTube. I got the YouTube link up. We'll get Niners Nor going. 2 seconds. And then we'll talk about this game. Again, sorry about the delays. I was not intending on using doing a show today. Pat is here to talk. And then everybody wanted a show. So those of you on YouTube and at Niners Nor, the feed is going to be bad. I apologize. I'm using a VPN to stream the game, which it basically incapacitates my bandwidth like there's no tomorrow. So if you're getting cutouts and all that stuff, I'm really sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. But all right, I think everything's up and going. If you are at Niners Nor's Facebook, like, subscribe. If you're at the YouTube page for the Niners, like, subscribe. If you're on my Twitter feed, retweet that because people do not know we're still doing halftime shows. We need to get out the circle of social media. And I know my apartment's a mess right now. I'm sorry. I am Patrick Holloway. I'm here to talk about this drubbing that the New England Patriots are getting against the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, I have a new headset. I bought the Bose Quiet Comfort 2 Gaming the day it was released. This is the first time I've had a noise-canceling headset, and this is really weird. Like, when I pull this off, I'll hear my computer humming, and I've got, like, a big gaming rig set up underneath here with, like, with everything, so the fans and everything are going. So it's super weird having everything cut out, but I have a good microphone again. So yeah, yes, Michael, you got the right idea. YouTube, like, subscribe. Facebook, Niners Nor, like, subscribe. Twitter, retweet the out of it. Wait a minute, I'm not at the old place anymore. I can say whatever I want. Shit, I can say whatever the hell I want now. I can say 4-letter words. Who cares? Actually, I did that I did a couple of shows drunk about a year ago. Anyways, let's talk about 49ers-Patriots. Let's talk about this now that the game is at halftime. I don't have much about the first quarter because I was fighting to get the game. CBS is dumb. It's blacked out in Seattle, so I had to get CBS All Access, which I'm not going to pay money for. So I had to basically trick my VPN into thinking I was in Florida, and then I was able to get it on my Sunday ticket feed. So I didn't see the first quarter because I was watching other means, and it had to buffer every 5 seconds. But your score, 23-3. Jimmy Garoppolo's having the best day of his life at the cost of Bill Belichick's worst. Jimmy Garoppolo has 2 interceptions. One high throw, I put it on him. The second one, that's not his fault. I mean, it is his fault, but it's not one where it's like crucial where, oh, come on, Jimmy G, what's going on? It was at the end of the game. They were going for the end zone. They wanted to take a shot. I don't blame him for that. That you got to take those shots. He's 14 for 19, 181 yards, 9.5 average per yards. 2 interceptions, 1 sack. He's playing pretty well. I mean, they're handing the ball off a lot, but still, he's playing pretty well. I'm going to give Jimmy G some credit. The Niners are playing pretty good. Cam Newton's not playing good. He's 4 for 8, 30 yards, 2 interceptions. I am going to say this. These are the games that Robert Saleh needs to be blowing out. This is an S for satisfactory. The Patriots offense just isn't that good. I'm sorry, it's just not good. And these are the things that Saleh should be able to do. So I'm really glad to be seeing 23-3. Sounds like that his system's starting to get back up there and stuff, but this is the stuff that makes you a good coordinator. Inferior offenses like the Patriots shouldn't be running around there. The 49ers are having their way. Jeff Wilson Jr. Who is Raheem Mostert? Who's Raheem Mostert? I don't know. Because Jeff Wilson Jr. has made me forget about him. 92 yards, 6.6 average per carry, 2 interceptions, his longest is 17 yards. Don't forget about my man, JaMychal Hasty, 1 carry for 20 yards. The 49ers have running backs. If all they need to do, if they can get that passing game figured out, because we know the passing game has issues, it's getting there, but if they get that passing game figured out, they are going to be deadly. They're turning into an offensive powerhouse. They were an offensive powerhouse last year, but I mean, they're really turning into this just absolute offensive powerhouse that's not like the Chiefs that has to dig themselves out of holes. Like the Niners are really positioning themselves well. And I think another year, they're going to be, I think next year they're going to be that should be a Super Bowl run. Granted, they can keep some pieces. I've said this before. Some people don't like me saying this. I don't know if they're going to win a Super Bowl this year. I know some people don't like hearing me say that, but they do need to get to the playoffs. They have to have establishment that you make the playoffs. You play for a championship every single year if you come to San Francisco, and this is a playoff team. I hope for no more injuries. Some other stuff for you. Kyle Juszczyk is pancaking people. I did manage to catch him flattening a Patriots defender on a nice little run. That was awesome. The 49ers look really good. There was that one boneheaded Jimmy Garoppolo pick, but other than that, they've looked really good. The second pick at the end of the half, I don't hold that one over Garoppolo. He was taking a shot, and that was one of those throw it up there, see if he catches it. If not, no big deal. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not gonna get those. That's perfectly fine. I will fully accept that. All right, let me see how I can divide this up so I can start taking some questions. I've got the game up here, so I'll know when it's back on. Let me put Niners Nor right there. I've got like 3 windows here. All right, let's look at the Twitter feed. What's going on Twitter? Earl Hoodie has a bad connection. Sorry about that, Earl. I'm gonna have to get something done with my router. There's something weird with Comcast. Like my internet's just been sputtering for whatever the reason. It's been really annoying. See here, Matt Hunt over on Niners Nor. Again, like and subscribe the YouTube page. Like and subscribe Niners Nor's Facebook page for the Niners YouTube. Retweet my Twitter. I am sorry, the bad connection. You gotta remember, I'm triple broadcasting right now, so I think my bandwidth is just getting capped. That's going to be my guess. Matt Hunt says the Yak Bros are living up to the name today. Yes, they are. They are the Yak. Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk are that, and Kendrick Bourne. That's a solid team. And after Ayuk gets past the rookie jitters, which I didn't even think he has rookie jitters, that is, again, back to the offensive powerhouse I was talking about. The Niners are going to be freaking deadly. It's not going to be this year. They're going to be really good this year. I do think they're a playoff team, but they're not. I think next year, with a year on Ayuk's belt, that's just going to be catch and go for those guys. Like with Shanahan, he's got the offense he needs as long as they can get an O-line. That is utmost importance in this draft this year. We need to get guard. We need to get center. We need to get all that figured out, because we cannot have any more breakdowns when you go up against those, filthy pass rushes. And then we got to get corners. But let's see what else we got here. Michael Romo, the way Hasty and Wilson is running, I bet Coleman McKinnon won't be here next year. Depends on how the cap works. Right now, the 49ers have shown they need running backs because they're just getting injured. So think about this. Coleman, McKinnon, those are the next guys up. They're taking advantage of their opportunity, but the 49ers need to have a solid core of running backs because people keep getting injured for whatever the reason with this team. So that's something to keep in mind here. Ezekiel Rivera from YouTube is saying, we are dominating all phases of this game, and I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm loving it too. Are the Patriots bad? They're not very good. Are the 49ers good? Yes, they're good. This is why I was so mad about the Eagles, because the Niners are better than that. And I thought that was just bad coaching, but I think they're the Niners have had enough of this crap. Ezekiel Rivera also wants to know, are we going to be buyers at the trade deadline? If so, who do you think we are targeting? No, we will not be. And I'll tell you why. The 49ers cannot afford to give up draft picks. Next year, that salary cap is going to shrink. They're going to have to really work some deals out with, like Richard Sherman. I think Richard Sherman's on the last year of his deal. They've got to figure out how to get Fred Warner extended. Kyle Juszczyk is going to need a few more years. There's a lot of pieces they've got to figure out how to pay, and they need draft picks because they're not going to be able to keep all those guys with the salary cap shrinking. They don't have the money. They've only got, I think, $2 million in salary cap space. So they cannot trade and give up draft picks. They have got to use those to replace the people that are going to leave, because they won't have the money to pay everybody. They are not going to keep this team together with the salary cap space and how it's going to shrink based on COVID. Thank COVID for that too. But no, they will not make any more trades. I just don't see it happening. The 49ers need those picks because they have to make up for the departures that are going to be coming. There's no other way around it. They can't afford it, and the salary cap's not going to let them. The salary cap might be a myth for some teams, but the Niners now, they've got to make do it. I think they have a problem valuing talent. I think they overpay a little too much, and I think that's coming back to bite them, but I'm not too much of I still think they did a good job with it. Let's check Twitter. What we got for Twitter? A couple people talking about bad connections. Earl Hoodie screaming Pat. A lot of people joining me. Retweet the Twitter stream if you can. Okay, game's back on, guys. Sorry about the delays today. We'll do a couple more of these through the week. I think we're ready to start doing some broadcasts through the week. Don't think we're ready for the podcast just yet. I don't know what I'll talk about, but there might be hangout on this YouTube and my YouTube. We're gonna be streaming some Castlevania this week in honor of Halloween. I'll be going through Castlevanias 1, 2, 3, 4, and Bloodlines. If you're video game fans, we're gonna try some streaming out on that. Other than that, enjoy the game and hope we don't blow this. Later, guys.